Hey y'all, okay, let's make some delicious pork chops. So I already have these seasoned up here. I just did my usual, a little bit of Cajun, some salt, pepper, just a little bit of salt if you use the Cajun, remember that. And I think that's it. I didn't even put in paprika or nothing on these. You don't need much because we're going to make a delicious gravy for these. I have my skillet over here with a little bit of oil in it. It is getting hot. So we're going to get these in here. We're just going to sear these up a little bit. Y'all know. Y'all know how we do. Got some little ones in here, but they'll still be good. Let's see. We're going to do just a few at a time. Let's just do those and then we'll come back and do these. You don't want to overcrowd your skillet because if you do, they're going to kind of steam instead of searing up. Okay, so let me get these seared up and I'll come back. Okay, y'all, I got our first batch out. Now we're going to put our second batch in. Now, these are so easy to make, and you can even start this on the stove in your skillet and then transfer it to a casserole dish and finish them off in the oven. So many different ways you can do it, so many different flavors you can add. It's just very versatile, but they're always so good. Let me let those cook and I'll come back. We're going to get these out and then we're going to make our gravy. Alright y'all, don't them look good? Woo, got them all seared up. Now we're going to make our pan sauce. I don't know why I called it gravy a while ago, but I guess it's the same thing. Alright, we're going to put in a couple tablespoons of butter. In our skillet here, you know, see we have all that good stuff down in there. We're going to deglaze that. Get all of that stuff off. It gives us good flavor. I know y'all seen me do this several times, but I guess I just new followers or whatever, they just don't see some of the videos, so people will ask me sometimes about how I make something, if maybe I post a picture or something like that, and the reason why I post the picture is just usually because it's something that I've already made, and I don't want to wear y'all out on the same stuff, so but for something like this, like I said, I always do it different. I thought, well, I'll go ahead and show y'all. And I like to get on here and visit with y'all. And I know y'all like to see Bella, even though she's not in here. She was in there barking earlier. Y'all know she was barking. Well, the neighbor over here, he has been out there starting his little garden area. So that's what she was barking at. And then Braden did come in. But I can always tell when it's Braden because she may bark for just a second. And then she starts that little whining and running all over the place because she's excited that he's home. Okay, y'all. So we're just going to melt our butter down just like that. Scrape all that good stuff off the bottom of your skillet. Now I'm going to toss in just a little bit of flour. Now, you know, I don't use much just because I don't like it real thick, but I am going to put in just a tad, okay? I'm thinking maybe no more than a tablespoon I'm going to use. But now you can certainly do more if you want to. Okay? Y'all know I don't like it real thick. Let me get this out for a second. We're just going to whisk this around. Make us a little roux. What y'all having for supper tonight? Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all are having. Just scrape all that stuff off of there. That gives us great flavor. And y'all, these pork chops will just melt in your mouth, I promise you. And it don't even take that much. Just cooking them in a good pan sauce makes them so tender and so good. We just want to cook this long enough to kind of get that flour taste out. I don't like to turn it up too high because I don't like for it to get too thick on me too quick. Okay, let me get y'all on down here. Now back here I have some chicken broth that I made. You know, most of the time I do the bouillon cubes. Let me give this a little stir. I do the bouillon cubes and just make it. I feel like it's just cheaper and it's just a way to kind of always have broth on hand. But you can certainly do the others. So we're going to pour some of that in. I have about 2 cups here in my little pan. I don't know how much we're going to use, but I just went ahead and made 2 cups. And if I need to make more, we can make more. Mix that in real good. I'm going to do a little bit more. This is a lot of pork chops, so we're going to need a lot. I'm thinking I'm just going to probably use every bit of this, y'all. And like I said, if you want it thicker, just add you a little bit more flour. Alright, so we're going to put every bit of that in there, y'all. 2 cups of chicken broth. Okay? Get this over here out of the way. Let me let this come up to a little bit of a simmer. See if it's going to kind of thicken up just a little bit. And I'll come back and we're going to add some more stuff. Okay, y'all, this is coming up to a light simmer. I've just been stirring it like that. It's not real thick, but this is how I want it. I don't want to add any more flour. Now I'm going to add some garlic. Actually, y'all, I should have added this garlic in whenever I was sauteing my butter, but I forgot, so it's okay. We're going to go ahead and toss it in anyway because we're going to be slow cooking this, so it will be just fine. So I did a good spoonful of that. We're going to add in some of our W sauce, of course. Just a couple splashes. Okay. And then a little bit of seasoning. I like to add thyme to my my pan sauce for my pork chops. I don't know why. I just really like the flavor of it. So we're going to do maybe about, that's probably about 1/4 of a teaspoon or so. Now you can leave this out if you want to. It's just optional. All right, we're going to do a little bit of salt and pepper, and I mean a little bit of salt because we're doing the, you know, the chicken stock, and it has salt in it. I'm going to do a little bit of pepper. Just eyeball it. You can always go back and add. And then I'm going to put just a splash of this browning sauce in it, just because I like that color that it gives. And you don't need much of this. I'm just going to do a little bit in the cap here. But it really darkens it up and it gives it a very nice flavor. Or nice color, I'm sorry. Oh man. Because then we're going to add just a little bit of heavy cream to finish this off. And that'll thicken it up a little bit too. So that was one reason why I didn't want to do any more flour. But you can certainly do more if you want to. And y'all, these are perfect served with mashed potatoes. Pour that gravy over the mashed potatoes. I'll tell you what. Alright, let's see. We're going to start with about 1/4 of a cup. And give that a mix. Woo! This smells delicious, y'all. Let's see. We'll do a little bit more. Because we, like I said, we need a lot of gravy here because we have a lot of pork chops. Let's see. So that's maybe about 1/3 of a cup. Let's put these in here and see where we're at. So we're just going to put these back in our skillet. And I'm sure I'll have to kind of stack some of them a little bit, but that's okay. This is just 1 pack that I bought, and I want to just go ahead and cook them because we're fine with having leftovers. And Braden will usually sometimes take some for his lunch or just whatever. It's always good to have stuff in the fridge, right? And these are so small, I mean, you want to eat 2 of them at least. So what I'll do, since I'm kind of having to stack these, which that liquid is really covering them pretty good anyway, I'll just kind of rearrange them as they cook. Let's put the rest of that liquid in there. I will rearrange them as they're cooking. And so what I'm going to do now, y'all, is just get this up to a good simmer, and then I'm going to turn it down on low and just let it slow cook. I have some potatoes over here that I'm going to fry for Braden. I'll come back and show you real quick how I do those. I think I've showed y'all, but I'll show you again. And if y'all see, I got little Bella over here. I got her in here. She was in there just barking again. And so she's in here now being a good girl. Hey y'all, real quick, I wanted to tell y'all how I do my fried potatoes, just if any of y'all have never seen it. Okay, so you can see them in here. I'm going to get this up here where you can see close. Okay, I have these in here with just a little bit of oil and a little bit of butter. Okay, so I put these in, and once they start getting just a little bit soft, that's whenever I season them. Okay, let me show you the seasons here. I left them out so I wouldn't forget. Okay, so I do a little bit of Creole, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of parsley, a little bit of paprika, and a tiny bit of salt because of our Creole, y'all know, and a little bit of pepper. Okay, So what I do is I cook these on a low temperature until they start getting real good and soft, because I like my potatoes to be, if I'm frying them, I like for them to be soft in the middle but a little bit crispy on the outside. So this is how you can get that if you do it this way. You want a good non-stick skillet, okay? Put them in there, cook them on a low temperature. I've had mine on about medium, and now as you can tell they are starting to look really good and soft. I just kind of keep tossing them around just like this. And so now I'm fixing to crank the heat up to about a medium high and let the outside start getting crispy. And you will see whenever we get done how nice and golden and crispy, but they're still good and soft on the inside. They're not going to be crunchy, like crunchy, like cooked all the way through, like hard potatoes. But they're going to be soft and crispy, and I tell you what, you will love them if you try this route. Our pork chops are over here. They're just slow cooking. I'm cooking these for about an hour. They have been cooking now for about 50 minutes. Okay, and so our potatoes, I put these on about 20 minutes after I started the pork chops. So I guess I'm going to cook these about 40 minutes. Pork chops about an hour. I have our green beans back here on low. And I will come back here in just a few minutes and we're going to plate this up. This is going to be a delicious meal, y'all. Okay, y'all, our pork chops are done. Our fried potatoes are done. See, look at these potatoes I was telling you about. Don't them look good? Mercy me. All right, I'm going to fix Braden's plate real quick. I'm not going to get to eat just yet. I got a few things I need to do. But all this will stay warm, so I'm going to eat in just a little bit. So I'm going to fix his. I know he'll want 2 of these pork chops, maybe even more, but we're going to start with 2. Y'all, these are just falling apart. They're so good. I cooked these for about an hour, like I told y'all, and I cooked these potatoes for about 40 minutes. And they are perfect. We're going to put a little bit of that gravy or sauce. It's not really a gravy because it's thin. We're going to put that over the top. Look at them, y'all. They look good. Mercy. Alright, we're going to get some green beans. I've just had these slow cooking. I started these earlier just that way I wouldn't have to worry about it later. It's just something easy that you can just put on and keep on low. And the longer they cook, actually, the better they are. So, works out good. It's a perfect side dish when you got a lot going on. Okay. There's that, and then I'm going to put in some of these potatoes in here. Y'all remember, I'm having the potato salad that I made. And we've already tasted it. It was delicious. I can't wait to have some of it. Braden, you going to come in here and taste? Where'd he go? He was in here just a second ago, and now he's run off. It's about like Bella. I turn this camera on and he runs off. Alright, we're going to fix him up a big old plate, y'all. Let me back this up. Look at this. You talk about a big old meal. Look at that. And green beans. Them good pork chops. Y'all would love these pork chops. You can do beef flavor if you don't want to do the chicken broth. You can do beef. You can change them up with whatever seasonings you want. And I promise you they'll be good. I'm going to try one of these potatoes. Ooh, hot. So good. Let me see if I can get him in here. Taste these pork chops for y'all. Okay, y'all. Here he is. He's fixing to taste these pork chops. And potatoes.
They look so good.
I know. Are they not just fork tender?
Yes, they are.
You good?
Mm-hmm.
Let me get this up here a little bit. So close. And good?
Mm-hmm.
Try those fried potatoes. I told them, are those not the best fried potatoes?
Of all time.
They're always so soft, but a little crunchy.
So good. So good.
Okay, y'all. That is it for tonight. That's a good dinner for us. You know, we did the simple little wrap and salad last night, so I thought I'd cook us something up good tonight. Like I said, I've got an errand I've got to run. All this will still be warm. That potato salad will be fine whenever I get back, and then I'm going to fix me a plate. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoy this. I hope you try those pork chops, try the potatoes, try the potato salad. And if you didn't see the potato salad, by the way, it's on another video. So just look back on my page. It's going to be on there. It's a new potato salad recipe that I found. It's delicious. But anyway, I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.